Lightning split the sky, thunder rattled the bones of the world. On Mount Olympus, the air crackled with anticipation. It wasn't the familiar storm of Zeus's temper. This was different. It was the hum of raw power, of a gathering unlike any other. The Olympian gods had assembled. Zeus, brow furrowed, gripped his lightning bolt. His eyes, fierce and bright, scanned the faces before him. Hera, queen of the gods, stood at his side. Her regal bearing held a hint of fear, a shadow behind her piercing gaze.
Ares, god of war, paced like a caged beast, eager for a fight. Athena, goddess of wisdom, her grey eyes filled with concern, clutched her spear tightly.
The other Olympians murmured amongst themselves, a tapestry of anxiety and defiance woven in their voices. Never had Olympus seen such tension. They were about to receive guests. Guests unlike any they had encountered before. The very air thrummed with anticipation, a symphony of divine energy about to reach its crescendo. The fate of the universe hung in the balance. The gods knew this was not a meeting, it was a last stand. Zeus, his voice booming like thunder, addressed the assembly.
We stand on the precipice. A darkness approaches, more ancient than time itself. It threatens to consume all we know, all we are.
He looked at his fellow Olympians. Each face reflected the gravity of his words. They had faced titans, monsters, and the wrath of primordial beings before, but this was different. This was the twilight of existence. The air grew heavy. The laughter and light-hearted banter that usually filled Olympus were extinguished. Even the ever-boisterous Dionysus sat in somber silence, his usual cheer replaced by a grim understanding of the impending threat. A darkness was coming, a darkness that chilled even the heart of the king of Olympus. The ground trembled. A low, resonant hum vibrated through the air. From the swirling vortex of a portal stepped beings of unimaginable power. Odin, the All-Father, his one eye gleaming with wisdom and foresight, arrived from the Norse lands, his ravens circling above. He was flanked by Thor, his mighty hammer crackling with celestial energy, and Freya, the goddess of love and war, her beauty as sharp as any blade. From the swirling sands of Egypt emerged Ra, the sun god, his golden chariot pulled by fiery steeds, his presence radiating warmth and light.
Beside him stood Isis, the goddess of magic, her eyes glowing with ancient power, and Anubis, the jackal-headed god of the dead, his presence both chilling and comforting.
Celtic deities materialized in a shimmer of emerald light. Cernunnos, the horned god of the wild, his presence radiating the untamed power of nature, stood tall. With him came Morrigan, the goddess of war and fate, her eyes burning with a fierce light, and Brigid, the triple goddess of healing, poetry, and smithcraft. One by one, gods from across the globe, from every corner of mythology, arrived on Olympus. Their arrival was a symphony of power, a testament to the dire situation that had forced them to set aside their differences and stand united. Silence fell as the deities took their places. The gravity of the situation pressed down on them like a physical weight. Zeus, his voice commanding yet laced with a weariness only a king facing oblivion could know, revealed the purpose of their gathering.
The primordial darkness, from which all things were born, stirs once more. It seeks to undo creation, to return all to the void.
A wave of unease rippled through the assembled gods. Whispers arose in languages both ancient and new. The primordial darkness, a legend, a myth, a nightmare whispered in hushed tones.
The prophecies foretold this, a darkness to consume all light, a silence to swallow all sound.
It is the hunger of the void, the echo of nothingness. It seeks to reclaim all that is.
Fear, potent and primal, gripped the hearts of even the most stalwart gods. The primordial darkness was not a foe to be trifled with. It was the end of everything.